cross man homeboy with this linebacker. All right, he's good. And then a good way to stop wheel routes is to cross man the running back, which is what I did here. So now I cross man him, and he is completely bagged. My responsibility is this crossing route right here. So this is my responsibility. YouTube, what up, man? You know what time it is. It's Joe Simmer, guys. I'm super excited for today's video, man. I cannot wait to put this out on YouTube. One of the most important videos I will put out within the next 3 months is this one. We're going to go over the Kansas City Chiefs defensive playbook. I'm going to show you over G, a couple plays in over G. I'm going to show you red zone defense, run defense, and zone coverage, man coverage, and stuff like that. Split close defense, bunch defense, just a whole bunch of stuff. TREY flex defense, just the metas. We're going to go over everything. How to stop crossing routes, etc. So if you're new here, definitely subscribe. Definitely hit the like button if you like what you see, man. Boom. Let's hop into it. As you see, so the very first thing that I'm going to do when I go on defense, no matter what, come into coaching adjustments, and I will immediately set my curl flats to 20, and then I will adjust off of that, because the way I see it, the way that my mind works on defense is I don't want to adjust my curl flats after I see them bomb me with a crossing route. That's not going to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and take over that crossing route, completely cancel it out. So now I will just adjust my flats. That's just what I do. And it seems to work out really well. Now, option defense, aggressive is actually the move, but you have to be really experienced. It's definitely a skill gap. So for most people, conservative, just fine. Don't even trip about it. Conservative still works fine. And then ball in air, I will do play ball. Okay, so I don't ever play the receiver. Swap ball is, I will do swap ball, but that is if it's like 4th down and I have a feeling he's going to do an arm punt. Then I'll just swap ball. Like, you know, if it's 4th down and there's a minute left and I need the ball back, I would rather swat and just take it from where the line of scrimmage is, rather than intercepting it at my own 20 and then having to drive all the way back. So definitely a skill gap there that you need to understand as well. But play ball and then defensive on, if he flips a lot, I'll turn it off because it'll mess with my coverage. But for the most part, keeping it on is just fine. Now, I will come into 3-3-5 wide, and as everybody knows, make sure you get your safeties in here. Boom. And then these are the audibles. Okay, so cover 3 cloud, cover 4 drop, cover 2 Tampa 2, which I'm not good at Tampa 2. You might be better than me, so Tampa 2 might be the move. I can't seem to run it that well, but I still have it because sometimes I pull it out. Pause. But cover 1 robber press at square, okay? And so let's go ahead and let's just do split close. You know what? Let's go ahead and do let's just do TREY flex, man. Let me just show you real quick. If you don't know already, I'm going to show you how to stop TREY flex. So I had the purple, the curl flat set to 20, remember? So I'm going to come out and robber press. Anytime I see TREY flex, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the risk and automatically assume PA crossers or dagger or something like that. So here we are. Here's the dagger. This works with anything. So this is what the play looks like, right? All right. They might even have try the tight end, motion over this crossing route and do that. So what my defense is going to look like is I'm going to press. All right. I'm going to shade up, and then I'm going to run this on defense. So this is a great way. Now inside zone, it can be hard to stop, man. Inside zone, if they see 3 defensive linemen, it looks extremely open, right? But so you'll have to adjust after on that. Maybe pinch and then crash up. We'll just do that for the sake of the video. That's fine. But this is what it's going to look like. And as you see, I'm going to try this with 2 controllers. But as you see here, right, I come over here, and if I throw it, then it's just a pick every time because that purple set to 20, and the guy's going to be over there. So it's a great, I didn't even motion the guy, but even if I motioned that triangle receiver over, I have homeboy right here in a curl flat. I don't know if you guys remember, but let's say I motioned over this triangle, then this guy would actually, I had him in a cloud flat, so he was going to go up, but if I left him in a hard flat, then he's going to come down and play that crossing slant route. So that's why it's great to have him over there. But as you see, just real simple. This is a simple way to bag crossing, any sort of crossing route, is to put that safety right there. Boom, just have him in a curl flat. And once people see that, they really don't know why it's not working, but it's just because you set your curl flats to 20 and you have homeboy in a curl flat. Really simple there. So let's hop into the other scenario. All right, guys, now for the second setup, I will just go ahead and I will put, well, if in the Eagles situation, I will put Gary right here. I'll put a linebacker right here on the defensive end position, because when I'm playing somebody like Lamar Jackson, you definitely are going to want to spy that guy. So let's do the same thing, except I'm going to run it, right? So I'll press, and then I will have, let's go ahead and I will run something like this. Contains don't really work. That's just me though, but I'm going to leave that guy in a hard flat, and now I have a spy on my outside linebacker. So he's going to be a lot faster when it comes to Lamar, okay? So let's run it like this. I'm going to go ahead. All right, he's going to hike the ball, and then he's going to try to run. All right, and then doesn't really get anywhere because I have Gary and the spy right there, okay? It's a little bit slow, but for a 3-5 wide containable defense, not that bad. Now, I will show you over G against TREY flex right after this. But as you see, remember this little crossing motion right here? Well, that's what this guy's here for. So I didn't have him in a cloud flat. I just left him in a hard flat. And so anytime, he'll probably just take this over. So he's bagged. I'm most likely, my user is most likely going to be in the middle. And I have this guy right here, but if he rolls out, it can be an issue. But as you see right here, I have that spy. So I went ahead and put Gary in the spy. And then you can do it that way. Now, if he's rolling out, hitting the corner every time, he keeps rolling out, hitting a crossing route, you're going to want to drop the curl flats to about 25 to 30. Okay, and so either that or manually take it. But as you see, I have the spy. Like, for the most part, it's really good defense. I only had 20 right here. So if I notice he keeps rolling out, like I said, drop it to 25, drop it to 30, keep messing with it, and it'll eventually be bagged. So that's a second setup that I wanted to go over. Now let's hop into over G against TREY flex. All right, so against TREY flex, let's say he's doing a lot of not RPOs, read option. It's extremely hard to stop read option in 3-5. Okay, so if I notice there's a lot of read option and TREY flex, a lot of stuff like that, I'm gonna go ahead and do over G. So I'm gonna come out and over G. I will do the package slot cornerback. Okay, so what that's gonna do, slot cornerback is going to enable your safeties to be in either a spy or curl flats, okay? So let's say I notice he's hitting that rollout corner. He's in the rollout corner. Let's say I drop this to 25. Let's say I drop it to 25, right? And I come out and over G, all right? You definitely want to set your personnel and get you some safeties here. All right, and we'll just run it like this. That's fine. Put Gary right here. He'll be the spy guy. And I will just come out in man coverage. This is what's going to look like. All right. Let's say I have put the running back out. We're just going to run the same play. Why not? All right. Or we'll run something like this, right? I don't know. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do almost the same thing, but I'm going to press. All right. I'm going to go ahead. Have this guy in the curl flat. All right. And then I am going to... run it like this. So it's almost the same thing, except now I have 4 linemen, because let's say I'm getting whooped by the inside zone or the read option, then that's when I'm going to switch to over G and do this. All right, something else you could do is you could leave the running back and then you could just run it like this. Now having forward right here, you can either user the safety or user him. Something else I will do is I will blitz this guy right here, but I will user him. So I'm not going to worry about the left side. I have this guy in case there's some sort of post or something like that. I do have the crossing, the cloud flat, remember? All right, and then when you blitz this guy, when you blitz your user right here, you run faster, believe it or not. So it definitely helps. But as you see, let me try to roll out. I don't know if it'll work, but let's see. So I'm gonna be right here and I'm gonna try to roll out, and as you see, it's just not gonna work. So that's just, you know, if he hit you a couple times, right, with the rollout and you have it at 20, drop it back and it'll work. Okay, so, but as you see, I have 4 defensive linemen, which will definitely help with the inside zone. And with the read option, if the read option would definitely work. So you're gonna have to watch out for that. But as my user is in the middle. So if I keep seeing he's doing read option, then I'm just gonna swing around with my user and click off. Okay, but as you see here, this is definitely a great alternative. Is I have my inside middle third right here, and then I still have that safety because I put that slot corner package. Now I can have him as well. Okay, so now I have him and I dropped it back to 25 and it's not gonna work that time, just as an example, you know what I'm saying? But over G, great alternative if you have that package. All right, now let's hop into split close. Now we are in bunch, and all I did was come out and cover 1 robber press. Now I came out and read option on offense. Okay, so a great way to stop read option is to go ahead and just press. So this is my defense for bunch. Okay, so I have 2 purple zones. I have them set to 20, remember? And then all I did was I shifted my line to the running back side in case it's read option. So he can run base. If you wanted to, he could run base and run outside, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. I would rather him run base than read option, okay? And so what I'm going to do is I shift my line to the left and I QB contain. All right, now having that contain, this guy right here, this Jackson guy, he is going to chill and just watch the QB. Okay, and then I blitz my user because it helps you move faster. And then I will just take everything in the middle, okay, if it's a passing play. But I will come up here, and as you see, it's going to be extremely hard for him to run out. And if you're experienced, you can definitely click on. All right, so let's go ahead and run it one more time. All I'm doing is this guy's blitzing, but I'm just lining him. I'm manning him up with the tight end. And then I will run it like this. This is a great way to stop read option. Now I'm actually going to attempt to click on. So let's say he calls hike, then boom, I click on and I try to get a hit stick. That's what I was talking about earlier in the video. If you have it too aggressive, then it'll work the same way. But you have to be fast. You got to click on and then boom, try to hit stick him. Okay. If there's like a HB zone or whatever, then if he's doing a lot of HB zone, then you just shift this side and do the same thing. But now let's take a look at the passing coverage. For the most part, this is going to work just fine. Okay. What you could do is just go ahead, just man up the running back, have everything like this, blitz your guy. All right. And then I will just pass commit, shade over the top. And then let's say he does a mesh post. Okay. So we're going to show you mesh post against this. It can get open, but that's why you got to be ready. All right. So I will come over here and then I'll go up. And as you see, he could low pass it to R1. Now, why am I showing you this? Because I'm gonna show you how to bag this play easily, extremely easy to bag. So let's say he's mesh post and you're in man coverage. I went for the top guy, so all he has to do is throw it right here, low pass. Nice little play. Now I'm going to show you how to bag this play. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so I'm going to, on defense, I'm going to go into cover 3 cloud. So this is what it's going to look like. I'm going to press, shade down, shade up. So what that does is it just gets me blues on the field. All right, so press, shade down, shade up. Pass commit. Now check this out. I'm going to man up this linebacker, or which is the safety in this case. I'm going to man him up with that circle receiver. If I notice he's running a lot of mesh post, this is going to cancel out that mesh, that post route, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross man this guy, this other safety with the running back. This right here is just going to completely bag it, as you will see. So let's hop into mesh post. All right, common setup just like this. All right, and then boom, this is my responsibility right here. Everyone is completely bagged, and then, you know, that's it. So cross manning the safety with the post route completely takes care of that. So as you see here, boom, I had this guy. Look, I had him cross man with the post route. This works for any post route. If there's bunch trail, if there's a deep post, it works the same way. As all you have to do is cross man. Cross manning is extremely underrated. So cross man homeboy with this linebacker. All right, he's good. And then a good way to stop wheel routes is to cross man the running back, which is what I did here. So now I cross man him, and he is completely bagged. My responsibility is this crossing route right here. So this is my responsibility. Don't worry about this guy. If he's going to hit him down every time, works for me. Not really tripping about it. And then he might try to take off with Lamar. So either you have a spy or you just blitz with your root user and then click off and hopefully make the tackle. But, you know, you are playing Lamar Jackson. It's a risk you take. You just adjust off of that. But as you see here, let me try to back the camera up. Just a simple cross man can completely bag post routes. So check out that safety on that post over there. Boom, bagged. I have the running back bagged, and then I have my responsibility. I run this all the time. Cover 3 cloud is legit against bunch, man. It's really, really good if man is not working out for you. So that's one way to play defense against bunch. Let's hop into another setup. All right, now another setup you could run against bunch. Any sort of play, really, just whatever. It's just come out in this man coverage, robber press, and then I will just have something like this. So I will have a spy, but you know, if there's read option, you have the spy on the running back side. You know, whatever. Shift them over. You know, let's not really get into that. I just want to show you the pass defense. All right, so let's go ahead and just keep it where it was at. But, you know, just having a defense like this. All right, you got 2 purples. You have a hard flat over there. All right, so I put this safety in a hard flat, as well as a curl flat. Maybe something you could do is just run like this. So you have the mid read right here with the purple zone, and then your user, you just try to have as best user as you can. Okay, so just coming in here. All right, I'm gonna chill right here, probably come down, probably stay in the middle, but it's extremely hard to stop man coverage. So as of right now, this defense is straight. You know, it's a good defense. Maybe even have 3 deep blues. If he tries to keep beating you deep, have just deep blues out there. All right, but usually that's not the case. Usually definitely having some sort of purple. If you want to play a little bit safer, having a purple right here with the deep blue, extremely safe call. You know, props to you if you're a conservative on defense. You know, props to you. Let's say, let me try to come up with something right here. Let's say they run flood, and then they try to drag the tight end, and then they're gonna motion up. You know, they're gonna streak this guy and have a motion you know, crossing route or something like that. Let's say you see kind of a combo like this. A good way to play defense would be probably, now this is key. This is risky, but it's very rewarding if you can do it right. So having a blue right here is awesome. But if you're gonna have a blue on a corner anytime, you need to move the safety over. Because if I just leave him right here, by the time you know, that's Hollywood Brown. By the time he's on the outside on a fade, it's touchdown. So anytime you got a blue on a corner, you got to move the safety. Make it a habit, because you will get beat. Same thing goes with cover 3 cloud. I should have did that actually. I wasn't thinking about it, but on cover 3 cloud, whoever that corner is on each side where that blue is, move the safety closer to him. All right, because it's just going to help you play defense. Now, a good way to stop a drag route, to stop a crossing route, would be like this. So I have homeboy right here. I have him in a purple, and then I have a hard flat, not a cloud flat. So what that's going to do is that is going to help with drag routes. Okay, so in this case, the tight end's on a drag route. I'm going to try to have as good of a user as I can. Let's see, boom, drag route. I come back, I bait, and as you see, just, I mean, this is an amazing defense, and it's really unique. You know, he might see after the play, he might see, okay, this guy's in, you know, he's in robber, but it doesn't look like it. You know, he's in man coverage, it doesn't look like it. You know, you switch it up on him. So a great way to stop the tight end from getting open like that is just to have a hard flat. Having a hard flat is going to bag any sort of drag route, okay? So in this case, I know the hard flat, he keeps hitting the drag. I'm gonna put a hard flat out there. Now, remember I had this guy right here. I moved him over, so he's gonna play the streak route so much better. If he inside passes this, it's probably touchdown, but that's a risk I'm willing to take, okay? And then as you see with the user, I just kind of bait. All right, this guy is just completely bagged. Don't even worry about it. The running back, he could, you know, hot route he could playmaker the running back if you wanted to. But as you see, just having a decent user, taking away everything, this is just a great defensive adjustment right here. Great way to play bunch is to always kind of have a blue, you know, with a blue, you know, a hard flat or cloud flat, but a hard flat over here, and have the blue. You could even run it like this. At this point, I'm just messing around, but you could really run it like this. So you could have the hard flat with this guy. Make sure to move him over. You could move this guy over. All right, you do have the purple here. All you have to do is really press and shade up. You can contain if you want, but this is the defense right here. So it's solid bunch defense. All right, you know, QB option, anytime there's a contain, it should help. Okay, so that's a great little formation. Now let's hop into another formation. All right, guys, here we are. So now we are in split close Pats. All right, so we're gonna be going over split close defense. Anytime, excuse me, anytime I see split close, I either think the running back is on a route, or there's some sort of post with the cross. It's just think post cross. That's all you have to think, is think crossing route or a post or something like that. There's really no streak routes unless he hot routes. I mean, there's usually just random stuff. So let's hop into X-drag trail or something like that. Now my split close defense, the first thing I will come out in is probably cover 4 drop. This is my split close defense. Okay. Now what I will usually do, cross man. So I will press. All right. I will shade down. I will shade up. Now what that's going to do is get blues out on the field. All right. Then I'm going to press triangle and L1. Now what that does is you did sticks. So pressing triangle and sticks, what that is going to do is it's going to get rid of any matching principles. And it is going to, it's just going to be a way better cover 4. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross man. So this is what it's going to look like. So you see how fast I did that. I didn't do it too fast, but it wasn't too slow. It was just a nice, smooth, just cross-man people. So as you see, I have him crossed with circle. I have him crossed with square. Like I said, cross-manning is legit. All I did was I'm not cross-manning that other side running back. I'm just going to cross-man the same side running back. All right. And then my user would probably be right here. So I'll get anything in the middle. That is my responsibility. And then if you have enough time, then you just cross-man this running back here. The only thing that can destroy this is the Texas routes. So if there's a bunch of Texas routes, you're going to have to adjust. And a Texas route is where that running back, he goes and right and then up. You see what I'm saying? Like a little greater than sign kind of thing. You see what I'm saying? So he'll go up. That's called a Texas route. Extremely hard to stop against man. It will torch man every time. So you're going to have to adjust and do that. But if there is no Texas route, don't even trip about it. This is definitely a great defense. And this is what the offense looks like. So actually, this is a great example. That Texas route is on triangle. So as you see here, I'm not going to guard the Texas route, and it's going to completely bag. Or it's going to just completely torch my defense. So that's something you got to watch out for. But I get anything in the middle. So as you see here, boom, this is me. So as you see, the only thing open was that Texas route. So you're going to adjust after that. All right, so if I was on defense and then I keep getting hit with the Texas route on that guy, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to press, shade down, shade up. All right, I'm going to do triangle and sticks to get rid of the matching principles. And I'm going to do the exact same thing, except I'm going to change something up. So what I'm going to do is you can run something. Let me just do this to get them out of it. Is I'm going to run something like this. All right. So I have this safety right here. Anytime you get hit with a Texas route, have this safety or safeties or whatever in hook curls. Okay, so a hook curl is a great way to play any sort of Texas route. You know, I'm right here, and as you see here, just completely dominates, just completely bagged. It's a great way to stop it. The only way that they can continue to do that is if they're fast with their reads. You know, like if you throw it right here, boom, it's money every time. So you might have to just guard the Texas route manually. You know, and put this guy right here, put him in a mid read, which I'll show you this time. But as you see here, having that hook curl, if he throws it late, probably intercepted. Everything's still bagged over here. And having this guy cross-manned on the post. Remember, I told you guys this with that cover 3. I said if any crossing route is going to completely bag a post route. This guy is just... Unless it's a double move, you're good. But this is just a simple post. Just cross-man him, you're good. Now, let me show you something else you could do. You could, let's say he keeps hitting you again with the Texas route. Everything else can be bagged. You know, this is great defense, don't worry. But let's say you're having a really hard time. All right, just no matter what, you can't seem to stop this stupid route. Because it can kill you all game. I've been in games where that was his only read, and I couldn't stop it. So... split close, do the same thing. All right, so you know, you do your base setup right here, and then you do your cross mans. All right, I always like to have this guy on the running back. If it's the Texas route on this side, you know, vice versa, do the same thing. But now what you could do with this guy right here is you could either man him up with the tight end. Okay, so what you could do is you could just manually man him up with the tight end, or you could just have him in a mid-read if you want to play more of a zone. So this is what it's going to look like. Everybody's covered. Your only responsibility is the Texas route. And if he's trying to scramble, throw you a little spy out there. Now, I know this looks like a lot, but with time, you will get better at it. You will get faster. You will know what you're looking for and stuff like that. So now... boom, I know the Texas route is coming. I'm chilling right here, completely bagged. And I also had a little bit of a mid read. I could have put that guy in a curl flat. Okay, so there are just so many things you could do. What you could even do is you could even run something like this. Okay. So, you know, just mess around with it. I know this looks funky, but it works. Okay, so this works against, it's great. You know, you're just right here. That should have been me right here, but as you see, it's really hard, and then you can send your spy if he tries to roll out or chill in the pocket. So it's really good coverage defense. His only option is to keep running, but if he wants to keep running, then I'll just adjust off of that. Okay, but that works for any split close. Defense is just to cross man. Man, cross manning just takes, it's so good this game. This post crossed. I just had this guy manned up, you know, and then I have the spy, you know, I'm not tripping. This guy's bad, but as from afar, if this was an actual game and I ran this, what are his real reads? Probably maybe that Texas route for a second, but that's really it. Okay, that's really it. Maybe the tight end on the cut. All right, he could definitely check down, but if he checks down, then you just adjust and have some hard flats out there. All right, here we are. So now let's look into 0-1 trap defense. Okay, so 0-1 trap defense, I'm going to be in nickel normal, but I'm going to come out in 3-5 wide and audible to nickel normal. Okay, in case I don't want to be stuck in nickel normal all game. But let's say he's in a slot offset. Oh, I don't really know this playbook. Let me try to find a, here we go, 0-1 trap. So quickly, as soon as I see a slot offset or something like that, I'm going to audible to cover 2 man. In nickel normal, I'm going to pinch and I'm going to crash up, crash your defensive line up. And your job is to stand right here and you're going to shoot the gap and you're going to knock him. You're going to knock him out every single time. You're going to be able to shoot that gap. I come out in 3-5 wide and then I adjust, but that's just me. You do whatever you want, guys. I just feel comfortable being in 3-5 wide all game and I will adjust out of that, maybe over G or something like that. But as you see here, let's say we just came out in the play, boom, quickly, nickel normal, wait for them to get set, pinch, crash your defensive line up, stand right here, boom, shoot that freaking gap, and you'll blow it up every time. I got caught up, but if you work on it, keep working on it. Let's do it 3 or 4 times. So I'm in 3-5 wide, boom, come out here, pinch, crash up, stand right here, he hikes it. I keep getting picked up, but it's working. You know, it's working. That crashing up with the pinch is legit. Let's do it again. Boom. I'm here. Pinch, crash up, stand right here. Wait a second. I'm hitting him in the backfield. I'm taking care of that 0-1 trap. Against inside zone, maybe not work. It might not work that well. But as you see here, against any inside trap, boom. Stand right here. Be patient. Boom. And then I completely missed the hit stick, but that's a huge hit stick right there. This is great defense, man. This is really good 0-1 trap defense. Just come in here and keep practicing. Stand right here. Let's see, he tries to get me off guard. Boom. You know, I'm hitting him. I'm not getting the hit stick that I need, but I'm hitting him every time. I'm hitting him in the backfield. That's how you stop 0-1 trap. So hopefully you like that defense. People try to charge you for that defense. I don't know why, dude. Like, just sub to the channel and I got you. But yeah. That's it. Is nickel normal is the move against 0-1 trap. So try as fast as you can to do this. You know, and then if he tries to do this every time, either 0-1 trap or a pass, I will just do a stock like this. All right. Maybe I might even shade down. All right. So if I shade down, I get hard flats out there. Okay, but every time you're able to blow it up in the backfield, man. Hopefully you like that defense. It's extremely good defense. Now let's hop into another situation. All right, guys, here we are. So now against a spread offense, any sort of spread offense, I will usually have my flats to 10, and I will drop this down to about 15. Okay, because when I think spread, I think either corner routes, comeback routes. There's a lot of comeback routes in spread, or post routes. Okay, so posts with not necessarily crossing routes, but just posts with comeback routes, stuff like that. So I personally I might even put a 5 right here, but we could just leave this at default. But for the most part, I'll do 10 and 15. And I will adjust out of that. So let's say I come out anytime I see spread, I'm coming out no matter what in cover 3 cloud. You can even come out in cover 3 cloud all game and make adjustments off of that if you wanted to. Okay. But let's say, where's a spread? So spread Y slot. PA comebacks. Here's a nice little play right here. Probably going to block the running back, but this is what the play is going to look like. So if you see a bunch of crossing routes, you know, he might even do something like this. This would actually not be a bad play, now that I think about it. That's actually a nice little setup. But, you know, if I'm going to press, I'm going to shade down, shade up, pass commit, blitz my user, have a spy, and then if you want, you can base align. Now, I would only base align if you want to take away the post. So in this case, I know where the post is going, but if you figured it out in the game, then you could definitely run something like this. So I have him cross-manned. All right, I'm probably going to either have, not a mid-read, my bad. I'm probably going to man this guy up with the tight end. Just do a simple cross-man. My job is a running back. All right, now there is a blue over here on this corner, remember? So you need to move this guy over just a little bit. Now, this right here, great defense. Great defense. You'd be surprised. But as you see here, my goal is a running back. If not, I'm going to kind of just drop and just take what I can. You know, only people are only open for a second. And if his first reads aren't open, then he's in trouble. Okay, and so just adjusting out of cover 3 cloud is really good. As you see here, I base aligned. So the reason I base aligned is to get these guys in the box. Before I was base aligned, this guy was like way out here. So if you base align, you can get this guy in the box like that. And then I can cross man the post. It will work so much better than having this guy way out there on the numbers. So anytime you want your guys in the box, base align. All right, so you'll base align. Now everybody will come back. And all I did was cross man him. All right, and then I did cross-man the tight end, and probably wasn't the right move, but hey, you know, you will adjust off of that. And then my job is this guy. He does have the comeback route as well that's open, but for a starter, just like, hey, I'm going to come out and cover 3 against spread, not a bad defense. Just adjust off of it, okay? So next time around, I might do something like this. All right, I'll have my spy. I'll have this guy right here. Something that's kind of risky, but you could do is to man up your corner with the running back. Okay, now my job right here, I'm going to blitz my guy, so I move a lot faster. But my job right here is everything in the middle. And, you know, you could run something like this. Let's say I send the running back out. Let's say I have him on a wheel. What was my route combo I had? Let's just say he leaves it like this or something like that. But let's say I put the running back out. You know, then boom, my job is this guy, and you just adjust after that. Everyone's completely bagged. So if you're an experienced user, you should take mental notes without a doubt that, hey, he has the post and he's having a slant with the crossing, and you just adjust and cross man. Okay, because I was playing more of a zone, I didn't base align. But if I notice he's hitting the comeback route, I'm just going to put a purple out there. All right, and like I said, this doesn't happen a lot, but you could definitely man up the corner with the running back because you have a cloud flat here to take up this guy. So you can man him up. I did have my spy because it's Lamar Jackson. I come down here, my adjustments. All right, he might be able to throw this, probably not. And then this guy is double covered. So he got me the first time, you know, it was bad, kind of bad adjustments. And then look what I did this time. Manned up the running back with the corner. I have that cloud flat, that curl flat over there. Sorry, I get those mixed up all the time. I take away the tight end. There's really nowhere to go. So that's a good example of just adjusting. Okay, so that's another formation. Now let's hop into red zone and run. All right, run defense. Anytime, you know, they're in an I-formed formation, something like that, everything's going to be on default. I'm going to have aggressive on option. It just makes me feel better by doing that. Now I'm going to show you the 3-4 defense. The run defense is it's going to be cover 4 quarters. All right, so let's come in here. This over G works better in strong close, which I will show you, but let me try to find some sort of stretch. Okay, so is there any stretch? I form tight. Perfect. Strong stretch. All right, so this is an I form tight. What I will do is I will press, bring these guys in the box. I will pinch my D line and I will crash them up, and I will spread my linebackers. If I can, I'll move this guy a little bit. Now, I will usually use or probably one of these guys. Okay, and then I will try to shoot the gap. If I can't, I will at least try to contain it. This is really, really good contain defense. This isn't like a blow in the backfield defense. This is more of a contain defense. So do the same thing. Press, pinch your D line, crash them up, spread your linebackers, bring these guys just a little down in the box, user one of the linebackers, and you're set. All right, try to, see what I'm saying? Now I'm able to shoot the gap. So that works right there. But not every time you will be able to do that. So just great contain defense right here. And if you get faster and faster, boom, bring this guy down in the box. And then by the time he hikes it, he might be able to break one. You know, 1 out of every 10, he might get a good yard gain. But it's the same thing. Bring your safeties in the box, pinch your D line, crash them up, spread your linebackers. If you have time, move this guy out. But as you see, it's an even front, and I try to shoot the gap every time. And you know, it's definitely good. It's good defense. You know, it's not bad. It's I form tight. What are you expecting me to do? Now let's try to double. Let's say I'm going on this side. He tries to put me on the double. This is where it can get tricky. Do the same thing. Press, pinch your D line, crash them up, spread your linebackers. If you can, move this guy out a little bit. Bring your safeties in the box. By that time, it's probably hiked. And then you just try to, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's good defense. It's really good defense. But that is my first run defense, man. If all in all doesn't work out, this is what I run. And the reason being is because just this safety, when you bring them in the box like that, he does play a little bit well. He can definitely pass out of this, but as you see, everything's just kind of clogged. There's really no holes for him to run through. So this is nice defense. Let's go over it one more time. Very well. This is real time, how it would work. Probably by the time I get everyone set up, it's hiked. You know, we're like 4-3 or 4-4 right now. So, I mean, it's really good defense. So, split close. Or in this, here's a strong pro. I didn't mean split close. I meant strong close. My bad. That's what I meant. I think I was saying split close. But anyways, off tackle or something like that. Whatever. But I will come out over G. I don't have my linebackers and stuff like that. So we'll just show you without it. That's fine. Let's just hop into it. But I will press. I will shift my linebackers to the side of the strong side. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pinch my D-line and crash them up. All right. And then if I had the slot package, I'll have this guy in like a curl. Maybe this guy in a zone like that. But if there's, you know, Hollywood Brown over there, I'm probably going to, you know, you just do whatever. But for the most part, this is definitely the defense. And then I'm just going to try to I'm going to be user a safety always and user the weak side, which is this side, and I will be the backup. Okay, so this is what I run every single time against a strong close, against a strong tight, anything with the strong. I'm running over G. I'm having over G auto flip on. So I get my slot corner over there. I'm going to press. Remember to move your safeties to the right. I'm going to pinch my D-line, crash them up. And then I will use her weak side safety. And then I will just try to shoot the gap every time. That time I wasn't fast enough. And, you know, it's not perfect every time, but it works. So, you know, in real time, this is what's going to look like. If he keeps running to the left like that, then I'm just going to move my guys over, try to shoot the gap. And that's just how you're able to blow up strong close, any sort of strong close. All right. And if he passes out of it, that's why you need that strong close. I'm sorry. I'm getting so confused. That's why you need that slot cornerback package, is so you can make adjustments with your safeties. Okay, so if you get good enough, then you can definitely, you know, blow it up, right? But just over G, man, over G. If he's in strong close, maybe even shade underneath. But you got to be careful. If he's going to shade underneath, then I will back up that guy in case it's, you know what I mean? In case it's a play action. But I will come over here and I will use her, maybe even follow. But he's not getting anywhere. I mean, it's really good defense. So that is the strong close defense, guys. Now let's hop into some red zone defense. All right, guys, here we are. So now we are in red zone defense. All right, I'll come out in over G, cover 2. Inside zone, so hard to stop, man. I don't even have all the answers, but what I do have an answer for is pass defense in the red zone. I'll be in over G, and immediately I'm going to shade down, and I'm going to run just something like this. All right, so what I did is I had the slot cornerback, and I put these guys in purples, and I shade down. When you shade down, they will play hard flats. All right, I have my spy out there, and then let's say he's running. What is he running? All right, cool. You know, whatever. Let's say let's say he's here. He's going to try to roll out. I'm going to try to follow him with my user. You know, there's really nowhere to go. Having a spy in the red zone, the #1 thing you need to do. I tried to do this with 2 controllers. How did I do? Let's see, but that's not the point. I have the spy, all right, and then I also have this hard flat guy. Remember, I have him in a hard flat, and I didn't even click the R3, but if I click the R3 to send the spy, I think both of those guys will go for him. And then, you know, I'm here in the middle, and then if I see him roll out, I will just run over here. But as you see, he has nowhere to go. So really good defense, really good pass defense. Anytime I know they're passing, that's the defense I come out in. The thing that I do struggle with is inside zone. I don't know how to stop inside zone in the red zone. It's so hard, man. If you guys have any tips, I need to learn from you. You know, let me know. But maybe you could base align press. All right, so I'll have these guys. I'll pinch my D-line, and then I will crash them down. Have a couple spies out there probably, and then, you know, I'll try my best to blow it up. But maybe you could do that baseline press, get everybody kind of, you know what I mean? Having this guy kind of in a little bit definitely helps, but I just can't seem to find inside zone defense in the red zone. But this is all I got. This is all I know how to stop it. And nickel normal, maybe. That was basically it. That's all you need to know with this ebook, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you're still watching the video and you watched all the way through, if you're new here, definitely subscribe, man. I'm definitely going to drop so many more ebooks throughout the year, but this is the most important one. It'll get you started on the right foot, especially as a beginner, intermediate, whatever you are. You can always learn from other people. I need to learn from you guys. I need inside zone defense. So let me know if you have inside zone defense. I'm dying for inside zone defense. And so, man, that's it. Love you guys. Appreciate all the support.